Greetings. We are in the lab. We're in the lab. We sort of have a special guest with us. As we said, all our guests are special, and that's Rashida Edwards because she has an event going on this weekend here in Savannah on September 28th at 7 p.m. at the Vintage Special Event Center. And so we want to have her on to discuss and talk about the event. And so this is Run Tell That. And in the meantime, before she comes on, so we're just waiting for her to come on, we're engaged in some other conversations also. And so we're going to get this out. This past weekend, September 21st, it was an event also. It was the Alpha Eli Beach alumni. They had their all alumni picnic. That was held at the Enmark Arena parking lot. So we was out there, and we were out there. And so, as you all see, I'm the king of West Savannah and the king of AEB. I'm the king of West Savannah and AEB, which effectively I'm the king of Tompkins High School also. And Tompkins will have their alumni picnic on this coming Saturday on the September 28th also. And so I'm the king. I help sponsor the event. And so to Bernard Brown and others, Julius Hall, our producer, our president, I'm the sponsor of it, one of the sponsors of the Tompkins High. But I'm the king of AB. I went through there looking for certain people like Mary Merritt, Willie Shields, Angie Scott. I did not see them because they did not want to see their king. And I'm saddened by the fact that my subjects did not want to see their king. But others did see me. Ursula and Jocelyn, they did see me. Valeria then tried to do something scandalous with regards to filming, because I had on workout attire that I only work out in AEB attire. I will not go and sully HVJ stuff. I will not sully any of the HVJ stuff. So, but again, that went on this weekend. AEB High School, founded 1867, and so we're the king of it, and so we were right there. For our subjects. I say for you all, but for our subjects. And we said everyone share. And again, we're waiting on Rashida Edwards to come in and talk about this event that's going on that's tied to a black business, black entrepreneurship, and black funding opportunities. And that's the event happening on September 28th at 7 p.m. And so again, we are happy to be here with y'all, and we look forward to the event when I walk up into Tompkins, walk into their picnic, and let them see that their king is there, just like when I did that with them at A Beach. And I'll be posting some of the video footage also with regards to that. And also, there is a commercial that we do have to run. There's a commercial we'll be running with regards to some of you right now in the Chatham County area, Effingham County area, Bryan County area, and Jasper County also. And so with regards to that. But then also we're moving to some other things too. And so, we have created these proverbs. Some proverbs we have created. One day clean African proverb is, a mosquito will not teach an elephant to be an elephant. A mosquito will teach an elephant to be a mosquito. And so here go elephants walking around here trying to be mosquitoes when they not understand their power, their glory, and their majesty. And so that's what happened when you let other people teach you and misinform you about who you are. They'll never tell you your greatness. But then we also created another proverb too that goes, truth will accept truth. Truth will accept truth. Ego will not accept truth. Ego will not accept truth. Again, truth will accept truth. Ego will not accept truth. And someone threw something in when I shared the proverb. They then said stupidity will not accept truth. So ego and stupidity will not accept truth. That when we are here, and so we are going to add this person on, and so we are so glad to have her. This is Rashida Edwards, and Rashida Edwards, we share with you all. She has an event going on. And so what we're going to do, we're going to let Rashida Edwards introduce herself to you as we do this with everybody on Run Tell That. Our show is the Little Brother Show of all the ATR shows. We're the Little Brother Show. We're the Little Brother Show. We have only 57 minutes. Everybody else got telethon, marathons, and she now has a new show too. And her show is a telethon, marathon. But Run Tell That, the Little Brother Show. But we all happy because she got events. So Rashida Edwards, who are you?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rashida Edwards. I am a native of Savannah, Georgia. I'm also the owner of Vintage Special Event Center. Many of you may know me from Vintage or being the owner of Wild Cherry Entertainment, or Lastly, my run for political office this past municipal election, I was a candidate for Alderman at Large, Post 1. So I'm here today to tell you about this exciting event that we have going on this Saturday, the Black Business Elevation Gala. So this event was created. The root
We're
of it.
gonna get we gonna
Oh, we're
get
gonna
to
get to
that.
that.
We
Okay,
gonna get to that.
okay.
But we got a process we go through. So now, just like we heard about you, now we gotta do like what we do in the black community. What we always do. The new people come on joining us. We gotta do the same. Who your people? Who your people? Who your people?
Oh man, I'm in Edwards. So if you are from the west side of Savannah, especially the Garden City area, West Savannah, Woodville, then nothing else needs to be explained other than I'm an Edwards. I'm the daughter of Pastor Harold Edwards of Fairlawn Baptist Church, the niece of Pastor Anthony Edwards at Beulah Baptist Church, and the sister of Minister Harold Edwards at Bull Street Baptist Church. So yeah, strong connections to the west side.
That I just found out that they brother and sister. Zion ain't let nobody know that, and Zion had been missing in action. Now I'll let y'all know Zion is one of the great artists. One of the great artists when it comes to hip hop inspiration, all that. He go back in time to Defusky. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. I just found this out, y'all. I just found this out when
He
I
only
had
got
looked
one
at.
sister.
I had found that out. So now we're gonna do this right here. That's again what we do because we got a process. It's a process. Who inspires you? Who inspires you?
Wow, you know what? My biggest inspiration, honestly, is my dad. My dad, watching his transition over the past almost 30 years now, from life before he got saved to now, has been my biggest motivation and inspiration in my life. Watching the growth that's happened. He operates in a space of morality and honesty and integrity that you don't find in very many people. So my dad is my muse, and I strive every day to kind of follow in his footsteps. And I know the footsteps that he's following are, being led in the right direction. So my daddy, I'm a big daddy's girl.
All right. That's a wonderful thing. That's a good thing. So now, before we delve into all why you here right now, what song or songs give you that that when you hear the song, that song or songs that give you that give you that sensation, that feeling. So we're gonna throw that out there to you and just let the people know.
Y'all gonna laugh at this. So there's two. Well, I'll give you an artist, and then I'll give you two artists. How about that? I'll give you two artists. Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Bon Jovi. You put those two on, and those are my get up, get moving, put some fire under me, and get it going artists.
All right, yes indeed, yes indeed. And to John we say what's up, Jack we say what's up, Sonya we say thank you, we say hey to you, and Henry, that's right, always conversation. So now, September 28th, 7 p.m. is something happening in Savannah at the Vintage Special Event Center. What is that going on, Rashida Edwards?
So So it is the Black Business Elevation Gala. During my run for office, I had the opportunity to kind of be in a bunch of different spaces and rooms, and the the one room that was special to me was the Hunger Club, and just kind of getting the history behind that. Because prior to running for office, I was definitely not even interested in politics at all. Kind of one of those people that was in my own lane, doing my own thing. I've had a business, one of my businesses for 14 years, and I kind of was always just in that lane. So being in that room and realizing that that platform is designed for African Americans to come to have conversations, figure out how we can move the needle forward for the African American community was something that hit me a little bit different. And although I love the platform of being able to come and talk about things that can move us forward, I'm one of those people that like to put some fire behind it and get to action. So after a few meetings where I kind of got the process of how that platform works, I said this will be great, but it's time to move it forward and let's start focusing on putting these conversations to action. Being a small business owner, I definitely know some of the challenges that most of us face. I'm friends with a lot of the African American small business owners in different fields. and everybody's kind of got a story to tell, whether it be from those slow weeks when sales are low, or or just getting the establishment off the ground, and being in debt trying to catch up, just whatever. So I thought, and then even my own struggles, which some you're aware of, as far as the alcohol license situation that my venue's been dealing with for the past 2.5 years, and not being able to make the money that my competitors are doing, which are less than a mile and a half away from me. Um, so I thought about what could I do to start something that helps small businesses just kind of move the needle forward and be able to help them. And the biggest thing is capital. Capital is something that we all need, whether it's to buy more products, whether it's to do more marketing, whatever. So the Black Business Elevation Gala was birthed out of that desire to be able to help put venture capital in the pockets of some of our small business owners to do whatever they need to do to move their businesses forward. And that, because it was just kind of a rough draft at the beginning, and that came the idea to honor those that have businesses that are already doing great work in our communities. And we have some of everything when it comes to Black businesses. We have bars, we have clubs, and those are all great, but there are some businesses that are in their own way moving us forward. Maybe it's baby steps, maybe it's large steps, but it's still moving us forwards. And those are the businesses or the categories that we wanted to highlight. So we came up with the Best of Black Business in Savannah awards, and we created a platform where people could have voted for 30 days on different categories. And there was several entries. I think overall in the votes, we ended up with over 20,000 votes total for the voting process. And out of that, we had best educator and mentor. We had best African American coach who was inspirational in the lives of children. Best doctor practitioner, African American doctor practitioner. Best media. There was different categories, and some of the winners: Dr. Priscilla Thomas, Coach Ronald Booker, Latasha Barnes. Just to name a few, Dr. Bonzo Reddick. There was some great entries that came about, and the winners list I was very proud of, to see that people got out and voted for some African Americans in our community that has been doing things to help move us forward. So we're going to be presenting awards to those individuals. We have two young men. That one actually is a high school and college graduate at the age of 16, who's going to be honored. This young man is phenomenal. I can't wait to read off all of his accomplishments at the age of 16. Is just mind blowing. But we're going to acknowledge these two young men for their hard work that they've done in their lives, and motivate them to continue forward. Unfortunately, a lot of kids don't get the push and the recognition that they need to keep going. And as a community, I feel like we definitely have to do a better job at recognizing them and showing them, hey, we behind you. I've heard it a million times, and I couldn't agree more. Flau'jae should have been getting the support long before she became the Flau'jae we see now. She should have been getting that push. And then there's several others. Nolan should have been, we got some amazing kids that are brought out of Savannah, Georgia, and they've gone on to do great things. And we have more. And so we have to let these kids know that the community is behind them long before they reach star status.
And great. And we're going to come back. Again, we have up for you with regards to where you can go at is sbegeventbrite.com, and it's September 28th at 7 p.m. And so we're going to take a break right now. We'll be right back. This is One Tell That with Sister Rashida Edwards.
Hello, I'm Richard Coleman, and I'm running for the office of Sheriff of Chatham County. And when I'm elected, I promise to inspect what I expect. Chatham County, it's time for a change, and that change is me, Richard Coleman.
Need your garments cleaned with care and with a professional touch? Then bring them to One Price Cleaners in Garden City at the Old Farmers Market on Highway 80. Service you can count on.
We are back. We have with us Sister Rashida Edwards putting on a great event September 28th at 7 p.m. at the Vinny Special Event Center. And now, I got to say this. I was told to play this, Sister Rashida. I was told to put this up. I was forced to do this by Dr. Robert Bryant and President Julius Hall. They told me to do this right here. Not that I want to do this. They have a ticket tape talking about the best high school: Jenkins High, The Truth, Windsor Forest, Savannah High, Beach, Tompkins, Johnson, getting Groves. So I was forced, and
you
also
gonna put
St.
Groves at
Pius.
the bottom of the list?
They got St. Pius number 10, but I just, it wasn't me. Again, so take that up. Take that out with Julius Hall and Dr. Robert Bryant, President Julius Hall. So I just had to, they told me to do that because normally, as I tell them, the talent should not be doing this type of stuff, but they have the talent doing it, so I got to do that. They told me to do it, but so we'll come to this right here for you. But not that I want, again, like I said, I had no hand in any of this right here. I had no hand, but I do have a hand in this right here to let people see. This is the gala that she's talking about. So again, September 28th at 7 p.m. at the Vintage Special Event Center on Industry Drive in Savannah, Georgia. Be there, and it's also not about ego, but it's about we go, and she's showing that about we go together in success. And so again, you share some things, and so I want you to just maybe delve a little bit more as to what caused that inspiration for you to not go forward with this, because you gave some thoughts, but then any other things that need to be relevant to the people who are looking at the show right now.
Savannah is such an interesting city as it pertains to small businesses and African Americans. Again, I've been in business for 14 years, and I'm so thankful for the run that I had. We go through experiences in life, and sometimes you try to figure out, man, why did this happen to me? And had the situation that I had with my venue not happened, I probably would have never opened the door to politics and just realizing some of the things that have been sitting in my face for years that I didn't pay attention to as far as how our city operates. And, we have to learn to come together in a more vocal way and being active to not only support our businesses, but to be able to speak out when things are being done in a fashion that aren't right as it pertains to our businesses and our communities. So often things happen and we let it just kind of get swept under the rug and say, oh, I can't beat this situation, so I'm just going to let it go. And we got to start speaking out. My venue, unfortunately, has been the spotlight of some issues as it pertains to the alcohol overlay in the first district, an overlay that was established nearly 10 years ago and was supposed to be temporary. However, here we are almost 10 years later, and it's still being enforced. And as I've always told people, I understand why it was established 10 years ago. There wasn't some issues in the area that needed to be placed under control, but here we are 10 years later, with an area that has fixed those problems and wants to grow. The residents of the area are thrilled about the venue being located in the first district, because we have been doing some things with the community, assisting the senior citizens in the community, assisting the kids, different programs and events geared towards especially the African American community, but anybody that lives in the first district. So the residents want to see the business not only remain there, but thrive. And unfortunately, the majority of council feels that reviewing the alcohol overlay is just something that's not important to do for that area. And it's a very unfortunate situation. For those that are not aware of where the venue is located, is right off of Lathrop, and we actually kind of sit right in the middle of the arena. And on the other side, business-wise, will be the Longshoreman Hall. And both establishments are catered to some of the same style of events that we do. And both establishments can host alcohol. And unfortunately, the establishment in the middle cannot. So it's been a long road. And we're still fighting it and still bringing attention to it in different ways. But we have to be able to bring the community together to be ready to speak out and say, hey, this is what we want in our area. This is what we need in our area, because other areas are speaking up loud and proud about what they want in their area, and they're getting it fast. So,
And you are correct, because when we look at with regards to certain neighborhood associations, they're able to not dictate a lot what happens, and so we sometimes sit to the side. And it was something that I was going to share, but I was going to share it on that evening. But you put something out there to the public, and I think it's very pertinent with regards to what you were saying, that we will rush to help other people, but when it comes to African American owned businesses, that we will not rush to support them when you don't see justice happening for them. You don't see the fairness, the fair play, but we say nothing about, we don't do anything. And just what's your thoughts with regards to that?
that situation, I've watched, and not only with my venue, but there's other businesses. B Nicole's is another black owned establishment that is having an issue as it pertains to alcohol. And for anybody in business, alcohol is about 60% of your revenue. I mean, it's a game changer. And right now, we're looking at a situation where this black-owned restaurant, which is a very nice place, might I add, they have put a lot of money into remodeling the facility. They serve amazing food. The owners are great people, but they've been denied 4 to 5 times for an alcohol license. And tomorrow, council will be entertaining the idea of the Aldi's next door having an alcohol license. And this should be a situation where the African American community is in uproar. We should be completely just upset about this, because in a city where there's nearly 700 alcohol licenses and less than 10 belong to African Americans, the math doesn't math. And it's always interesting to me to hear the majority of councilors say, well, having an alcohol license is a privilege, not a right. Well, we see who has the privilege. We see who has the privilege. So, like I said, we have to do a lot better at coming together and standing behind each other when our businesses are the ones that's being done wrong. That situation that happened with Sandfly Barbecue, I love Sandfly Barbecue. I eat there quite often. However, whatever members of and I'm going to assume it was the Republican Party that called for a boycott of that restaurant when Vice President Harris dined there when she was here. I think that's a horrible thing. I think there's, that's so petty and unfortunate that was done. And myself, if I was on that side of town and wanted to get some barbecue, I would definitely go and patronize that restaurant. But we had individuals of the African American community that came together, which coming together is nothing wrong with that, but we have to start doing that for ourselves. That came together and planned to organize to go and support this business. I believe it was the next day or 2 days later, to show them, hey, we've got your back. Maybe these individuals were upset about you entertaining Vice President Harris, but we've got your back. And the support is nothing wrong with, but we took away capital from African American restaurants. I had a conversation with a business owner who has a barbecue stand, or not stand, a barbecue restaurant here in Savannah. And that Saturday was one of her slowest Saturdays, the day that they all united to go over to Sandfire Barbecue. So we legitly hurt the pockets of a black business by purposely taking our black dollars over to another establishment. Now, if this was a situation where this would be reciprocated on our end, and if one of our black businesses were in trouble, hey, call out the cavalry and everybody, then it would be a little different. But realistically speaking, we know that that's not going to happen. So we have to start focusing on putting us first, or else we're going to always be in the bottom bucket like we've been for hundreds of years.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And so, just to share, we see that Willie Shields has joined us. Willie Shields, as we had opened up the show, and I discussed and shared with folks that it was this past weekend on the 21st, it was A Beach Alumni Picnic, and the king of A Beach, which I'm sitting right here. When I came out there, I did not see you. Some of my subjects hid from me. Did not want to see Mary, Angie Scott. So I just want to share. Glad to have you with us, Willie Shields, and we have Rashida Evans on with us again, talking about the gala that's going on. But then again, my subjects, some of them ran from me. So, but we're glad to have you with us. And so the gala is this is the gala that's happening this weekend. September 28th at 7 p.m. at the Vintage Special Event Center. You can be there in black business,
Yes,
excellence, excellence, excellence. Yes, indeed. And it is time for us to recognize that you brought up some very pertinent points when you're going to discuss that we go and support, we support, we support other people, but in turn, when you have injustice that happens with regards to some of us, it's just like that. We're silent. We say nothing about it and think that it is okay to do that. You cannot, and just like I shared in the beginning, I gave y'all one of our African proverbs that a mosquito will not teach an elephant to be an elephant. A mosquito will teach an elephant to be a mosquito. And he know elephants walking around here been trained by mosquitoes not to see their power and their glory. Your power and your glory is that you come together and you help one another. You don't run to other people on other sides. You take care of home. You take care of family.
You take care of
But
home.
I guess
Take
you
care
don't
of
think
home
we're
first.
family. I guess we're not family, so that's why you have no concern. You look at someone else and you go to them. And so which I tell folks, you know what that is? That is a pet mentality. A pet mentality. A pet will lavish all the love on the person who is their owner. No, you're human beings. And so when we see injustice happening to our establishments, our businesses, and we don't see the same equity, you have a right to stand up and speak out. And so I'm going to throw something out there to y'all, and that's not Rashida Edwards, Sister Rashida Edwards, but I tell folks there are politicians who will make sure that other politicians are protected, their feelings are okay, but do nothing for you. And they are supposed to be public servants. They're not supposed to serve other politicians. They're supposed to serve you as a public servant. And so I just want that to be something sinking in the head, that seed planted in the heads of some of you to not make that change. And so again, those people just joined us, Sister Rashida, but you still tell them about the event that's happening this coming Saturday and the purpose of it.
Yes. So again, the title of the event is the Black Business Elevation Gala. And the purpose of it is for us to come together, celebrate Black excellence, and also provide venture capital for our small Black businesses. So this is a gala that we're going to attempt to do twice a year. And we're going to have a process online that we select different Black businesses each time to make sure that we're getting venture capital to those Black businesses to do what they need to do to be able to move those businesses forward and help our community grow and move forward as well.
And you say that there will be awards that will be given out also.
Yes, we're going to be doing. So we had a process of voting in the best of Black businesses, different categories as far as best educator and mentor, best physician, best restaurant serving healthy food, because we have several restaurants, but this category was about serving healthy food. The winners of that was Hungry Vegan. Another Black business that is located in the first district. Amazing food. I think last week I might have eaten there about 3 or 4 times. But amazing food. Some of the winners include Dr. Priscilla Thomas, Dr. Bonzo Reddick, Coach Ronald Booker. And there's 8 winners altogether. And then we have 2 young men that we're going to honor. And then we have our amazing keynote speaker, Dr. Jamal Tari, is going to be giving us some great information and words to the crowd. We have some live music by Daryl Anderson. We're going to have a great dinner. So it's going to be a very, very nice event. I know you listed the Eventbrite if somebody wants to get tickets, but on that Eventbrite as well, if you can't make the event and you want to donate to the cause, there is a donation option on that link to make a donation to the event.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And so just to let y'all know, she said I can say whatever I want to.
Except leave Jenkins out of this conversation.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about Jenkins. I was not. That was
I
not
don't
even on
trust
the
it.
radar. So
I don't trust it.
wow. She said she don't trust. Wow, I was not gonna discuss any of that. HVJ was not gonna be a part of any of it. Well, maybe I might say something. I'm gonna put it out there. Since you said I'm gonna get out. I have said to people, we brag about what we are tied to our affiliations, but then I say, guess what? We could talk about Jenkins being the greatest, which I talk about that all the time, Jenkins being the greatest. But how many of us are concerned about the communities where some of the children who go to Jenkins come from? Because in some of those
Right.
communities, there is despair, there's poverty, there is downtroddenness, there is sadness, there is grief, there's tragedy. And guess what? We might brag about how great we are, but are we doing anything for the young people who now go to these institutions that we brag about? And it
Right.
saddens me. So, which I'll let you all know, I'm a part of the neighborhood association, and Alpha Eli Beach High School is a part of the neighborhood association is in our neighborhood. And I tell folks we have to be concerned about what's going on with the students who are at Beach. And so essentially, wherever you are and whatever you're
Oh yeah.
affiliated with, you need to be concerned about it. And so just like with your event, as I heard what you were talking, you were being selfless about this, not being selfish. It wasn't just about you, but you saw something that now your mind's are open up that now cause you to act. And that's what we have to be about right now. My thing is about action right now. We must be
Right.
about some things right now. And there's some things that I've said on this platform, Our Black Media, on some other shows, and people look at me like stunned. And I'm going to be talking about some of this on Saturday night. I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to say what should happen to Savannah. And so some people may be surprised, some people may be stunned, but I'm just giving you what I see, what I observe for us to move to another level. And so right now, you're providing opportunity for families to come together. When I say family, I'm talking about the African American community to come together as a family and to look out and protect one another. When someone causes harm to one of us, we have to realize we need to be there to protect them. And if you are Caucasian,
Right.
you understand. You see the injustice happening against somebody else, you need to be right there with us, because so often we will go and champion your causes, but not champion the causes of us. And so now somebody say you should be talking like we all one people. Yes, I do understand that. But then what it comes down to, I notice that sometimes the humanity of other people are elevated and the other people's humanity is not elevated. Now, don't let me go and talk
Melanated.
about
Yep.
somebody who just got executed last night, who even the DA, the prosecution said, wait a minute, and no clemency was shown to him at all. So you're going to act like what I'm saying, like it's far-fetched and that I'm promoting some division? That is absolutely incorrect. Your division is when you sit silent and don't stand up for the justice that needs
Don't
to come
stand up.
about.
Yep.
That's the problem. And so again, you have an event that's going on Saturday night, again, 28th. And so again, we want people to turn out for it. We want people to turn out. We want people to be there. And as you said, people can donate. And so with regards to this, what has been one of the things that the joy that you've gotten from just this event about to occur? What's been one of the joys? Something that people may not realize, or not just one of the joy. What have been the joys that you have now reached out and gathered?
You know what? I'll say the biggest is when we sent out the notification to the winners. Everybody was so surprised. First of all, that they were even nominated and that they won. Latasha Barnes and I had a whole moment on the phone because she was in tears. Because sometimes we look at people that are out here doing the work in our communities, and we just think that everything's kind of going well, and we forget that these people are human. You know, Coach Booker is somebody that's been in the spotlight as far as assisting our kids in their growth and development for years. And we forget that these people are human and they have their own lives. They have their own children, their wives, they're tired, but they still put forth the effort every day to do what we need them to do to help continue to move us forward. So having those moments with the winners and letting them know that they won and seeing their reaction and being able to hear the excitement in their voice that somebody took the time to not only nominate them, but several hundreds of people voted for them to win has thus far been the highlight.
Excellent, excellent. And again, this is not reflective of you, Ms. Edwards' sister Rashida. I just gotta say this right now. Willie Shields is a hater. Willie Shields is an absolute hater. Willie Shields, he's my brother, but he's a hater. He's a hater, but I just had to throw that on out there. I just had to throw that out there. I let people understand. He's a hater. That's what goes on. But I understand why that is. When you're the king, that's what happened. People hate on the king. So, with regards to this, what do you foresee for the future? What do you want to see catapulted out of this event that you're doing? And I'm going to say this right now. You may not like me saying it. This movement that you are now initiating, this is a movement. Just to go and say this is a movement. What do you want to see catapulted out of this?
Ultimately, I want to see this grow into something that within the next year or two, black business owners are looking forward to coming together, supporting each other, and that it also motivates younger people that have the entrepreneurial spirit to go ahead and do the work, and us being able to have the funds available to assist those younger people that are coming in behind us to get them the help and the guidance that they need to get their businesses started so that we can keep this thing going. Because we've lost so many black businesses in Savannah in the past 365 days that at this rate, in the next few years, if we don't do something, we're not going to have any.
Now, I'm going to let y'all know I'm a little upset with her because now she's trying to steal some of my thunder on some of the stuff I was going to talk about. So I'm having a problem with her right now. Okay. But I'll throw this out there. One of the young honorees that, again, 16 years old, high school and college, that this young man was a part of a program at Gulfstream and was so impressive that Gulfstream wanted to hire him. They offered him a job, but he hadn't finished high school yet. So impressed with regard to it. So again, and that is the talent that we have right here. But again, here go elephants who understand they are elephants and they manifest their greatness. But then the mosquitoes got elephants walking around here not understanding their greatness. And so this is why we have to do what we do. This is why we have to celebrate us. We have to tout us. We have to show again and again. I was going to get into this thing about proximity bias. Some of y'all hear me talk more about proximity bias on Saturday night. That is something that is real. And for some of you who don't know what proximity bias is, just give a quick breakdown. I do with people that you don't see the greatness around you or within you, but you see it from afar. You look afar, you look away, not realize that you got the greatness right there. And your greatness needs to start where you are, because that's the soil that you're treading on. That's the environment that you're coming into. And that is why you now, as a voice for the people, become so important to them, because it's not just for you, but it's for generations down the line. And so that's why all these people done all this great work. People put their lives out there, not for themselves, but also for other people, generations down the line, people who they'll never see. And so again, planting the seed right now of this greatness, that is what we are about, and that's what we appreciate what you're doing. And so we're going to go to a commercial break and come back. We have with us Sister Rashida Edwards, straight out the west side of Savannah, and so with her event that's going on. And so we say this is Run Tell That, and we say support our shows, all our shows on Our Black Media, and we'll be right back, taking a break right now.
Do you love me?
Of course.
If you are lying, my God will expose you.
You do this every Thursday. Every time I'm sitting up here trying to watch Ebony Sports Reporter, you just got to come in here and interrupt me.
Your team won the violent American football contest. Why do you have to watch highlights about it afterwards?
Because I can.
Why don't you go to Ebony Sports Reporters building and voice your opinion about your violent American football game?
Do you even know where the building is?
Yes.
Then how do you get there?
You drive straight. When you get to the light, you make a right. Then 2 lights down, make a left, and you will see that I don't give a
We are back. We are back. We have with us Sister Rashida Edwards. And again, we see on tomorrow night, check out Ebony Sports Reporters. That comes on at 8 p.m., 8 p.m. And so you're going to hear some conversations going on because this weekend is some things happening. So I need to do this. I got to be nice to the people. I got to be nice to the people. I got to do this right here. Let them see because, see, again, a lot of people be hating, you know. This weekend, it is the all-class homecoming for Tompkins High School. Woodville Tompkins High School 2024 all-class homecoming. Beach has there on September 21st. And the King of Beach High School, that's me. And then I'll be at Tompkins because I am one of the sponsors of the all-class homecoming at Tompkins High School. And where did your family go to school at,
My
Ms.
dad went
Rashida?
to my dad went to Tompkins, and my mom went to Groves High School. And let me add that I am a graduate of the last original class of Tompkins Middle School. In 1998, before they tore down the original building, I was a graduate of Tompkins Middle School. So yeah, I'm a Wolverine and a rebel. Now it's okay, it's okay. So I get to rep both. West Side through and through.
That is not what we wanted from you. That is not
That's okay.
what we wanted. I just want them to know I'm one of the sponsors of it. Okay, but they get upset because of that. Wow, wow. Only I say, wow, we. Thank you, Sister Rashida Edwards. Wow, we. Okay. So now I have to throw this out there because people are going to ask the question. So, with regards to the funds, like we make a donation, how would that help? What is that going to do? What is that going to do? Because some people sit down and look at it, what is that going to do? Because, and I'm going to back up, because there's some events that have happened here that have been questionable when they've been done by other people. Saying not you, but folks are like saying, okay, where's this money going? They're not letting us be known. And some other people say, oh, that money going for such and such, so and so. The people like saying, if they had told us that, then that's fine, cool. But they're
Right.
not letting us know that. And so again, because and I'm throwing it out there to you like that because I know you have a mission and a purpose. I want the public to
Oh yeah.
understand. So that's why we need to support this event. We need y'all to support this event. Willie Shields and the
So
rest of y'all.
So the two young men that are being honored, they will receive a check from the event, and then also each business that is going to be the honorary guest, each gala will receive all of the proceeds from the gala. All of the proceeds. They'll be presented with a check at the end of the gala, and they'll be the honoree. So next gala, clearly we don't have anybody yet because we're going to do an opening process to vet, and we have a board. We have a committee for the gala, but we're going to put out applications for the small businesses and then go through the process of selecting an honoree. And after each gala, that business will receive all of the revenue from that event. So the Vintage Special Event Center is actually going to be donating the venue for each time the gala is held for each business. Hopefully, within the next few years, we can make our way around to all the Black businesses and be able to put that capital funds in their pocket.
I gotta say, wow, wow.
And all of the vendors for the gala are Black business. The caterer, Black business. The musicians, and Black local businesses. We had the opportunity to get one of the musicians from out of town, a young lady, Javon Jones, who is an amazing musician, but she's not from Savannah. You got to start at home first. So musicians here, all of the entertainment, the speaker, we're gonna now speaker wise, we have to vet the speakers accordingly because we got to make sure that the speakers understand the assignment as far as getting the word out to the people of us coming together and pushing the right agenda. And so we can't just have anybody bringing that word. So the first gala was special because the person, you, that will be our keynote speaker, I'm excited about. whatever's going to be said, because I know when you bring a word, you're going to bring one, and it's going to be all truth and no fluff. And that's what we need right now. We can't stand any more fluff. We need somebody that's going to hold us accountable and put some fire to us about what we need to do and rally us up to start making those moves.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm just sitting back here, it's like saying, "Wow, this is when people talk about cooperative economics right here. You're manifesting it. When you talk about unity, you're manifesting it. Collective work, responsibility, you're manifesting it. You are showing. You are showing. You are." And I tell people so often, a lot of us talk. We talk, but then there's no walking with regards to the we talking it, but we are not walking it, which means there's no action at all. Not leading people to where they need to go, and so you are leading people where we need to go as a community, and that this is something that we say everyone needs to support, and we're going to say support businesses because that was a part of our story. That was a part of us during the worst times in American history. One thing that we had for us is that we had supported our businesses. We supported us, and that provided economic engines for us and thrusters for us to bam, to catapult, and still have black folks who became millionaires. Still be right there. And see, you make me try and put out some stuff that I'm trying to control myself from not saying right now. I'm trying to, because it's some stuff. Oh my God, why is she doing me like this? Jesus. Okay, I'll share this. During the first part of the 20th century, Savannah was in the top 12 of southern cities for black economics. Savannah, Georgia, was in the top 12 of southern cities for black economics during the first part of the 20th century. And this, again, this is during segregation. And we have gone astray from that. We have gone astray. And so that's why your event is so important and so crucial with regard to what we're doing. And I'm just like saying, wow. I want to say stuff, but I'm just got to control myself.
Gotta hold it. Gotta hold it.
I got to. I got to. And so, with regards to vintage, what are the things that people can do at vintage? Right now, what can people do at vintage right now?
Oh man, I mean, so right now, I mean, we do weddings, birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, concerts, comedy shows. We are a special event center, so you name it, we do it. We are actually a full service venue, so just thinking of a wedding from the beginning to the end, we can assist with your wedding and planning your wedding. That goes from the wedding, the reception. We have several Black-owned business catering companies that we work with, decor, transportation. Like I said, you name it, we can do it.
And as you see, Dr. Robert Bryant has joined, and then he said, "Hi, Rashida." But then I just want you to know that Dr. Robert Bryant is the one who came up with the ticket tape. Him and President Julius Hall, they came up with it. They came up with the ticket tape. So wasn't me, but they came up with it. And so they list Jenkins High School, they list Windsor Forest, Savannah High, Beach, Johnson. It wasn't me, but that's what they did. And so this event is going on again September 28th at 7 p.m. at the Vintage Special Event Center. And this is a gala that is for everyone to come and support businesses in our communities and also leaders in our communities. And so again, we have the opportunity for us to now come and talk about us and celebrate us September 28th at 7 p.m. at Vintage. And so again, as you heard, you can do a variety of things at Vintage. And so it's open for people to now come there and do things from gatherings and all that. You can have a wonderful time. And so again, it's entertainment, but it's also edutainment, and it's also joy and family. And so that's why we look at it. And it's right across from, some people part of West Savannah. And so if you don't realize West Savannah, Springfield, Brickyard are all, I should say MLK Junior Boulevard and Gwinnett Street are all a part of what they want to be the fourth tourist area in the city of Savannah. So when you talked about the overlay, people not realizing that right now, if Rashida Edwards were to sell vintage, guess what will happen? In 6 months, somebody else will get the place, get the facility, and guess what? The overlay, just like that, will just go away, And then people, and then so I'm gonna throw it out there, and some people may get upset with me. And then what will happen? People be happy that now the overlay has been lifted for that person and celebrate that person, and just like that. But nobody be saying anything about what happened 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, when you had Vintage Special Event Center right there, and they couldn't get it done. You see the disparities, and you're in a city that's predominantly African American, 54% African American, and we don't see the equality. And so again, like she pushing me. My God, I don't. This is why I despise. I should not have had you on. I should not have had you on the show. So I'm gonna go back in time, and this is during the first administration of Dr. Otis Johnson. Someone presented some numbers about black business in Savannah, Georgia, comparing to the rest of the state of Georgia. And they said Savannah does not meet the numbers with regards to that it has. When you look at and say outside of the Atlanta metropolitan area, outside of Atlanta, but when you look at Augusta, Macon, Columbus, Albany, that Savannah was not where it should be when you look at those other cities compared to those other cities. And so when I said to y'all just now, Mayor Otis Johnson, so y'all see how far that goes back, right? Yeah, these disparities. So what we're talking about right now is not anything new. It has been on the cusp in this city, but then we just have not had leadership here to not galvanize us. And we have not had the people in the community willing to stand up right now. Instead of being silent, instead of being silent, standing up and speaking out. So any thoughts you want to share with people with regards to, because we wind down to the last 4 minutes of this segment, this show with you, anything else you want to throw out with regards to the event?
I definitely want the people to come out, just to understand that this is the beginning of something great, and we need all the support that we can get. If you are unable to make it, again, donating is possible, but we definitely want to have bodies in the building. Like I said earlier about the kids, it's important for them to see that the community is behind them. It's important for these black businesses to see that the community is behind them, and the way that we start doing that is to show up.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Show up and show out. So I gotta do this right here. This is a shameless plug. This is tied to black business and black farm. Also gotta do this right here because I go. Scorpionine season ain't over with. Scorpionine season ain't over with yet. Still got Scorpionine here at Promised Land. The season ain't over with, and guess what? I did not run through and step on any of the collard greens that were in the fields when I was chasing the chickens. So don't go there. Don't go there, Promised Land. I did not step on any collard greens. But Scorpionine season ain't over with. Monty Road, 269 Monty Road, Promised Land. Still got Scorpionines. Yeah, black business. So that we say it's so fitting. So that's a commercial. That's a commercial that I do for my show. Not our black media. So that's getting Promised Land Farm, 269 Monty Road, family farm. Been in the family. It was been on black land, owned since the 1800s. And so again, oh my God, I gotta bite myself. There's some things I want to say, but oh my God, let's see. Whoo, Lord. So what we gonna do right now? What's a word of inspiration that you want to provide to the people? Because I'm trying to stop myself from spitting out stuff that I'm going to talk about on Saturday night. So what's a word of inspiration? Because we do this also, word of inspiration. What's the word of inspiration that you want to give to the people? A word that people need to be planted in them that will then sprout when they get the proper light, get the proper nutrients, and proper water.
Oh, wow. Just one word?
No, anybody, words. I'm saying any thoughts, with regards to that,
Oh, you put me on the spot with that one. Let's see.
Or just a jewel. What's a jewel that you think people need to hear?
Honestly, we all know that it's rough out here for everybody right now. But a better day is coming, and it's coming soon. We got some great people that's out here on the ground doing some footwork and trying to make some changes in this area. So just hold on a little bit longer. This younger generation is we about to start making a lot more noise than we've been making.
Okay, okay, okay. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, and we appreciate you being with us. And so I got asked this question, and this is a question we ask everybody on here. So, what is the best high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia? And get it correct. It's located at 1800 East Durant Avenue. What is the best high school?
Robert W. Girls High School. I can't say that out loud. I can't say what you want me to say.
God is not pleased with you right now. God is not pleased with you right now. God is not pleased. God is not happy with you right now. Just to let you know, God is not happy with you. You know, but and see this foolishness right here. Willie Shields. This has been Ron Talbot. We signing out. We have an event September 28th, 7 p.m. And it's going to be at the Vintage Special Events Center on Industry Drive right there in West Savannah. And Willie Shields is wrong also. Rashida's wrong. It is Herschel Vespian Jenkins High School, 18 on East Durant Avenue, a.k.a. Heavens V. Jenkins High School. See how they get disrespectful? This is what I got to deal with. But we're going to see y'all on Saturday. We signing out. This has been Ron Tellad. Glad to have you. So peace and blessings.
Night. Thank you.
Check out all the shows on Our Black Media. Boy, oh boy, why me? I'll be signing out, y'all. Just to let y'all know.
Like this.